Hi friends, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning session that is organized by Sri Gyanvantra Vidyabhat. I hope you remember we are doing which lesson? We are doing Science chapter number 6. So this is Welcome to Science by Harsha ma'am. And we are doing chapter number 6, Combustion. In this chapter 6, we have already discussed about the combustion, its various types and its various experiments. Now we are going to discuss about the flame. You are using this word flame in your day-to-day life. For example, when you are burning the matchstick, you can see yellow colored flame. When you are burning the burner that is there in the kitchen, all set, you can see the blue colored flame. So LPGs, when burning, it produces blue colored flame, while the matchstick yellow color. These colors are different, right? You can even see the petrol burning, kerosene burning. Okay, so there are some things which are the basic three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas. If you're burning gas, then it burns very quickly. You already know all the gaseous substance, they burn with flame. Coming to the liquid substance, then liquid substance will also burn with flame. For example, petrol, kerosene and all. Solid substance. Solid substance, when they are hidden at low temperature, they will not burn with a flame. At low temperature, they don't give flame. But yes, at higher temperatures, they give flame. So flame, all gaseous substance on burning produce flame. Then all liquid substances on burning produce flame. Coming to gaseous, solid, all solid, some solids, when heated at higher temperature, produce flame. At low temperature, flame is not produced. Okay, are these things concepts clear? I hope that it is clear. You know that when coal is burned, then you need more amount of energy for burning the coal. Okay, and some very burn, some wood, it takes yet more time to burn, while some of the flesh wood will not burn only. So that is how more and more temperature is needed for some things. So kindly quickly note it down, and after that we'll discuss about the flame and its various types. Be quick. You are having 30 seconds to note this. Be quick. Don't forget which topic we are doing. We are doing flame. Now let's move further on what is flame. First, let us understand what is flame. Flame is a shining zone in which there is some kind of gaseous material which on combustion produces heat and light energy. So what is flame? A shining zone flame, okay, what it is? The shining zone in which the gaseous combustible material the gaseous combustible material undergoes combustion and produces heat and light. Whichever substance it is, solid, liquid or gaseous, all these three things are having some of the substance which is gaseous that will vaporize, and once it will get converted into vapor, the heat and light energy will be produced, and this is how combustion actually takes place. So a shining zone will be produced whenever the combustion takes place, and that shining zone is called as flame. The definition you have to remember word to word. Now coming to the various two types of flame. There are two types of flame. One is luminous flame. There are two types of flame. One is luminous flame. Another one is non-luminous flame. Okay, there are two types of flame, and both the types of flame you have already seen, luminous as well as non-luminous, right? You have already seen both the types of flame, right? So there are two types of flame, either luminous flame or non-luminous flame. Okay, now what is the meaning of the word luminous and non-luminous? In luminous, a yellow colored flame is produced and over here incomplete combustion takes place. While in non-luminous, blue colored flame is produced and here complete combustion takes place. We have already studied about the complete and incomplete combustion, right? There are two types of flame, luminous flame and non-luminous. First, talking about the luminous flame. What is the meaning of the word luminous flame? And it does not produce more of heat and light energy, and it is because of incomplete combustion generally is the carbon monoxide. Okay, most of the time carbon monoxide is the output, and it does not have the proper amount of oxygen content. That is for the incomplete combustion. Coming to the complete combustion or non-luminous flame, the colored flame that is produced when any substance burns in proper amount of oxygen, that is called as non-luminous flame. You already know that non-luminous flame generally it is of blue in color and carbon dioxide is produced and it is burned in sufficient amount of air or oxygen. So this is about the two types of flame and the definition of flame. Please note it down, be quick. Here example in non-luminous you can write when the liquefied petroleum gas, when it burns with non-luminous flame, while in luminous you can write when the matchstick is burned. Whatever are the points in complete combustion that you can add over here, and whatever are the points in incomplete combustion that you can add over here, I'm not writing that points again for you. Okay, quickly note this much so that we can move further. Be quick in noting. Be quick in noting. Be quick. Hello. 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 Okay. Be quick. Last 30 seconds, after that we will start. Okay, now let's start. We have already studied about flame. Now we are going to study about candle. Now what is a candle? And you might have already seen a candle. Candle is generally, you are knowing it is made up of wax. We are doing the topic that is candle, which is made up of paraffin wax. Now what is paraffin wax? It is a petroleum product. That contains higher hydrocarbons with low carbon content. The carbon content, the proportion of carbon is very less. Now how is the candle? You might have seen the candle like this. Along its height it is having the thread like this. Okay. At the whole of its height it is having the thread like structure, and this thread like structure, it is generally made up of cotton and it is called as wick. It is an unspun cotton thread along its height. Which is called as wick. And on burning the candle, uh, it starts vaporizing, and it happens, the wick when burn, then by the capillary action, it gets vaporized. So after getting vaporized, it will start burning. Once it is burning, the four various zones are produced, which are the four various zones that we are going to study. But before we study that, please note this. After that, we'll study about the four zones of candle. Okay, the four various zone when the candle is burned, which is produced. So quickly note down this. Be quick so that we can move further. Be quick. Okay, now you can observe the candle at home and you can note it down on your own. Once you understand, the topic is very easy. This is how actually the four zones of candle are divided. The very first one, the blue colored one that you can see, it is the outermost non-luminous. Non-luminous means it will burn with which flame? Blue flame. The outermost non-luminous, that is burning with blue flame, the zone of complete combustion. This blue colored one, outermost zone of that is burning with non-luminous flame and site of complete combustion. Then this, actually it is yellow, but we are doing it red. It is occupying most of the center of the flame, so it is the center luminous flame where incomplete combustion takes place. It is the central zone where luminous flame is there, and here incomplete combustion takes place. Okay. Then in the lowest part of the zone, there is two part. Here in the lowest part, one is totally black over here, and another one is little bit. You can see blue in color. So the one that is over here, black in color, that is the inner dark zone where no combustion is carried out. This one. Where there is no combustion. While this blue one over here, which you can see in the bottom part, the blue one, that is the lowest zone. Okay, this is how the uh, four parts of the flame are divided. Now we are going to discuss about each and every part in detail. First, quickly draw the diagram for within just 2 minutes. After that, we'll discuss about all the four zones. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Be quick and draw it. After that, we'll start further. Be quick, then we'll move further. Okay, now be quick. Last 1 minute. Now let's start on the very first one is this, that is the outer zone. It is this, that is outermost zone. It burns with non-luminous flame. The flame is non-luminous, that is blue, because complete combustion takes place over here. So here blue colored flame will be produced. You can see it is mostly coming in the contact of air, so it has sufficient oxygen sufficient air for combustion is available, and it is the hottest part. Okay, outermost zone, because it is having the non-luminous flame, it burns with the non-luminous flame. Complete combustion is getting carried out, and it burns with blue colored flame. It has sufficient amount of air, so that the combustion is the complete combustion, and it is the hottest part of the flame. You cannot put your hand over the candle. Yes, you can easily swipe your hand in the middle portion. Don't try it out at home, and don't tell your mom that ma'am has said to try it out. Okay, what I'm saying, just listen. You cannot put your hand over the diya, or I'm not talking about any girl, I'm talking about that that is generally commonly called as uh, this candle. When burned, you cannot put your hand over it, but yes, you can quickly, very quickly, you can pass your finger from it. So uh, what is why it is why it happens? So because the outermost layer, it is this complete combustion one, where it is the hottest part. Okay, and this is not the hot part. So next is the central zone. It burns with luminous flame, that is yellow colored flame. It has yellow colored flame, and there is incomplete combustion of carbon particles. And because of the incomplete combustion, the carbon particles burn again, and so the luminous light is formed. The temperature over here is moderate. So what are the parts about the central zone? When it burns with a luminous flame. That is, uh, it will produce a yellow colored light, yellow colored flame, and incomplete combustion takes place. Carbon particles, they burn again. That means they are unburnt. The unburnt carbon particles. Do keep in mind they are unburnt. So unburnt carbon particles, they again get heated up, and again they vaporize, and this gives rise to the luminous flame. That is, they light up and they glow, and that's why we get the luminous flame. Then the temperature over here, the temperature in the central zone is moderate temperature. As I said, you can easily pass your finger also from it. Then comes inner dark zone. It's generally no combustion area. because it has no oxygen, appears black, and all the unburned particles stay here. Talking about this inner dark zone where there is no combustion. Why there is no combustion? Because there is no oxygen. Over here in the middle part, oxygen cannot reach. So there will be no oxygen, so there will be no combustion, so it will appear black, and it is the least hot part. Okay, the lowest amount of temperature is this inner dark zone, least hot part of the candle it is. It appears black because it has unburned carbon particles in it, and all the unburned particles, they will stay over here only. The last one is the lowest zone, the lowest blue zone. I hope the writings are visible. It is blue because of the burning of carbon monoxide. Appears blue due to burning of carbon monoxide that is produced in incomplete combustion. Okay, you can see over here the incomplete combustion takes place. So here whatever carbon monoxide will be produced, they will be collected at the bottom part, and over here carbon monoxide will be burning, and so what will be produced? Blue colored flame. Actually over here also it is the base part of the flame. You can see over here it is present at the base part. Okay, so these are the 4 zones. Very easy topic. You are having no need to worry so much about this particular topic. I'm giving you 2 minutes time, quick 2 to 3 minutes time. Take your own time to note it. Be quick enough. Very easy it is. Outermost layer. Just remember the diagram. You can easily write everything on the basis of the diagram only. Outermost zone, it is not having non-luminous flame, so it will burn with complete combustion. Complete combustion means sufficient amount of air, and it is the hottest part. Central part, it is having luminous flame, incomplete combustion of the carbon unburned particles, and it has moderate temperature. In a dark zone where there is no oxygen, so no combustion, so it will appear black. All the unburned carbon particles will stay over there, and it is the least hot portion of the candle flame. Lowest blue zone, it is at the base. Whatever is getting remaining carbon monoxide is produced over here. Once that particles will come down, it will get proper oxygen over here in the bottom part, and will reburn, again burn. So it is appearing blue because carbon monoxide that is produced, that is getting heated up. Okay, so I hope the content is clear. Be quick, note it. After that we'll move further. Be quick in noting so that we can move further. Be quick in noting. Be quick. Uh, be quick in noting so that we can move with the last part of the day. Okay. I hope that you have noted all the content. Now the last part, that is we are using kerosene as a fuel, correct? Now kerosene, it is used as a fuel. It is burning in a wick stove also, and it is burning in the lamp also, right? The lamp that you might have seen in the olden days, they are carrying that lantern lamp, and in the wick stove that you might have not seen. All both the things are of olden days. Now in the wick stove it is burning with blue flame, while in the lantern lamp it is burning with yellow flame. The same fuel, it is burning with different flames. What's the reason? That is generally discussed in your textbook, so we will also discuss. In the wick stove, it is having many holes, like it is like the burner that is there at your home. You might have seen the main burner in the LPG, it is containing many holes. Because it is containing many holes, what happens? Sufficient amount of oxygen it is getting. Because it is getting sufficient amount of oxygen, uh, the reason it is getting sufficient amount of oxygen is uh, it has holes, and so it burns with blue flame. Coming to the next part, that is yellow flame of the lantern lamp. It is yellow because it doesn't get a proper amount of oxygen. So whenever the proper amount of oxygen is not obtained, in that case the flame is yellow in color. So that's all about the content of the day. I hope that you have understood the content, and now just in one last lecture we will complete this lesson, that is combustion. I hope that you have enjoyed today's session. That's all for the content of the day. Thank you so much for listening to me, and have a very good day. Bye bye all of you. Bye.